again, back on Fantasy Football Island for another halftime report.
This week, we're going to go head-to-head again, only this time it's to try to see who can pick the top scoring running backs based on their matchups for Week 3.
Well, why don't we let them know who's the smartest? I mean, who the winner of last week was.
If by smartest you mean luckiest, then you're the winner. My wide receivers only got me 32 points in Week 2. A case in point, Greg Jennings didn't do anything against Buffalo. Awesome.
Wow! Stop crying that you lost. My wide receivers totaled 39 points in week number 2. I crushed you. Thank you to Deshaun Jackson for finally breaking out like I knew you would. Now, since I won the bet from last week, let's see some cartwheels. I'm sure this isn't the first time some losers flipped you upside down.
Really funny, Ginger. All right. I can be the bigger person. I admit that I lost, but there's no way you are getting me to do cartwheels in this sand.
Thank you, God.
Now let's get to the running back picks for Week 3 so I can win.
Since I won last week, I'll go first this week. My first pick is Arian Foster from the Houston Texans. Foster looks like he's the new kid on block, putting up some big numbers and touchdowns against the Colts and the Redskins. The Cowboys do have a tough defense, but Foster should still run away with a big score.
Arian Foster, really? The Redskins cut his numbers in half in Week 2 even though they lost. I'm going to pick Chris Johnson from the Titans. He's going up against a Giants defense that let Joseph Adai put up his best numbers since November of 2008 last week. And since CJ2K is on the hunt for a second 2,000-yard season, I couldn't have made a better pick.
Your picks are so obvious. Why don't you try picking a running back that will actually do well and that people don't know too much about? You're the worst. That's why I'm picking Adrian Peterson.
Really? You hypocrite.
Peterson is playing a Detroit defense that had flashes of looking good this year, but is no match for the Vikings' top player. He should score more than this one in week number 3.
Scoring? That's something you know a lot about, isn't it, Ginger?
Biatch!
My next pick is LaShawn McCoy from the awful Philadelphia Eagles. Although the Eagles barely beat the Lions, McCoy ran for 155 yards and 4 touchdowns in 2 games. I don't think Jacksonville will be able to clip the Eagles' wings on Sunday.
For my last pick, I'm going with a long shot, Javed Best from the Detroit Lions. He is going up against a tough Minnesota D. I'm hoping he can emerge as the number 1 option. So far, he's got a 98 rushing yards, 170 receiving yards, and 5 touchdowns in just 2 games. This could be a bad pick.
Yeah?
But I don't think any defense can stop him.
My final running back pick is going to be Ray Rice from the Baltimore Ravens. He's rushed for 130 yards and has about 50 receiving yards in 2 games. And although he hasn't reached the end zone yet, he is playing a struggling Cleveland defense. The Browns fans have a knack for making any running back playing against them look like a Kanye West-sized superstar.
Well, those are our running back picks for the week. We will see who outscores and tell you who won next time on Fantasy Football Island.
See you next week.
Back to you, Doug.
Bye.